Welcome back, everybody. Today we're doing the SelectTech 2080 barbell with curl bar. It's adjustable from 20 pounds to 80 pounds. So this is one of Bowflex new items that they're selling. As you know, we've already unboxed the Bowflex SelectTech dumbbells 1090s that go all the way to 90 pounds. So this one goes all the way up to 80 pounds. You can also buy a upgraded package to give you weight all the way up to 120. So during the unboxing of the Select 2080, I also want to show you that I did purchase the upgrade package, which puts another 20 pounds on each side. So that brings it from 2080 all the way up to 120 pounds. So that gives another 20 pounds on the left side and another 20 pounds on the right side for a whole total of 120. We'll see everybody in a few minutes. Alrighty, so had the chance to unbox the SelectTech 2080, and it, again, like any other Bowflex item, it comes with plenty of styrofoam to keep everything protected. So let's take a look at it before we take everything else out. You can tell some of the styrofoam is a little broken and ripped, but I think it did its job in protecting what it needed to protect. So we'll take a minute and just look at it. There's a thank you note with the manual on how to put together. There are the tools. So let's go ahead and take it all out and lay it all out, see what we have. So I had the chance to take the first layer out. Now we're at the second layer where you see the actual stand, the weights, and all the other items. So let's go ahead and remove those. And then we'll show the full package all out. But as you can tell, there's two layers to it. The bars are on the top, and then the weights and the other items are on the bottom. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Alrighty, so I got everything out the box. Everything is wrapped again nicely in plastic. Let me go ahead and remove everything so we can get a better picture of what we're dealing with. But so far, very impressed. Mechanisms are a little bit different, but we will see how that works. Be right back in a few minutes. Alrighty, everybody, got everything out the box, got everything out the plastic. As you can tell, there are the curl bar as well as the straight bar. There's also the two braces, and then we have where the weights will go the left side. There are the two stacks of weights. There are some plates, some additional legs for stabilization, I believe. We'll see when I put everything together, the tools and the other base. Alrighty, let's go ahead and put this together and see how it looks. Excited to put this next to my set of barbells, the 1090s, so I can have a full complete workout at home whenever there's an issue, or weather not permitting or power goes out, we'll still have availability. Before I get too far, I want to also unbox the actual upgraded weights that will bring my total weights to 120 pounds. So let's see what's in here. We got a thank you. Okay, put that to the side. Let's see what's in here. All right, comes well packaged. As you can tell, there are the additional weights. Let's go ahead and take those out and put them on the ground with the other items so that we can put them together when we need to. Put those there. Now that we took them out of the box, those are the additional weights still packaged in plastic. I'll take those off last, but as you can tell, those go along with this. I did buy the upgraded package. So let's go ahead and put it together. I didn't want to get too far ahead of myself without mentioning that I did have the upgraded part. Alrighty, step one is completed. I put the legs on there, which I think I may not need once I put it in the stand, because I did get the stand in too, so I'll put it all together at once. I've adjusted the legs so it would be balanced, and the braces are there, but like I said, I don't think I will need them. All right, let's move on to step two, which is putting each of the left and right weight holders on. Okay, so I got the two items on there now. I got the left base and the right base. Next, I need to put the weights on there. One thing I will say that you have to make sure you do and read in the directions is not to bolt them on tight. If you can tell, they do still slide. They do still slide, and that's to give them a chance to adjust when you put the weights. Once you have the right calibration, you can go ahead and tighten them down as a final inspection. Be back in a second with the rest of it. Okay, finally finished completing the full assembly. It took me longer than I thought it would, The instructions are a little bit misleading, but I believe it's because I have all the 3 devices. I have the media stand, the upgraded package for the weights, as well as the barbell and curling bar itself. So each one of them required you to set it up in a different way. Had I read all the directions, I think I would have been better off. But nonetheless, I think there were a few directions that were misleading. For example, I had to flip one of the bars right there where it says Bowflex. Inside of the picture of the direction, it has both screws facing upward. I ended up taking the one in the back, flipping it over in order to screw the brace, which is right here. That brace right there. Okay. Nonetheless, there is the curling bar. There's a straight bar, and we'll show you the mechanism on how it works. Here it goes. Pretty good. There it goes all the way to 120, 110. There's 90, so it works good. All the way down to 20, and then we can go all the way back up. Works really well. Same thing over here. You have the same mechanism to switch it around however you want to, all the way to 120, and it goes all the way down. So there it is right there in all its glory. Here's the media rack. I don't think I'll use that much. I think that was developed back in the day when people used a lot of the iPads, or I think there might be a Bowflex app that you can use in order to do different exercises. I'll have to check it out, but I don't have an iPad. Don't really need it because I have the iPhone Plus Max, so works out good. But there it is. I'll keep y'all updated on what I think it's, if it's a good buy, not a good buy. So now I have the 2080 and the 1090. And for those of you who are not familiar with the Bowflex numbering, if you think about it, you have the 2080, which goes from the Bowflex SelectTech 2080, which goes from 20 pounds to 80 pounds. And then you have over here the Bowflex 1090, which goes from 10 pounds to 90 pounds. So that's the naming convention. So there's a lot of other things out there. The Bowflex 552, I think is what it is. It goes from 5 to 552, from 5 pounds to 52 pounds. Anyways, I appreciate you following me. I appreciate you checking out this review on the SelectTech 2080. I haven't seen any out there, so I figured I'd put one out there. If you have any questions, let me know. One thing I would recommend is that you actually read the directions before you put it together, because it would have helped me a lot. It would have saved me maybe an hour worth of time. But it is put together now, so I think we're good. I'm going to put it to use, see how it goes. And like I said, I'll let you know. So if you don't mind, hit that like button and subscribe. Talk to everybody on the next one. Bye.